Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, it is an amazing day today. We're driving the all-road, taking it out for its quote-unquote first test drive. Not really, but kind of really. Like, first, I guess, test drive since it's been in my care, since it's been under the knife for the first time in my shop. First real road trip prep, for that matter. And this thing makes some good noises. Well, I'm still not 100% in agreement with a couple mods that have been done to this car, but for the most part, she runs like a champ. But yeah, here, it's got 201,814 miles on it. This cruises. She definitely needs an alignment though right now. It's kind of crooked. One, hook a brother up. Which he will be out this evening to actually do that very thing. So I'm not, once again, not hyper concerned about it, but we gotta do a quick little scrapyard run. I'm actually funding this year's PRI with a little bit of motorsports recycling done right. Specifically, we're recycling catalytic converters today from 217s. Basically just, I have a bunch of old ones that have been stacking and stacking up, and every once in a while when I need a little bonus fund, go dive into the pile and grab a couple cats, get out and do the thing. So we got 4 of them back there in the back, using the all-road for what it's meant for. I'll check in when we get back to the shop. Got a few different things we got to take care of today. Everything from, we need to pack for PRI because then we leave tomorrow morning. Juan's, like I said, Juan's coming to do an alignment. I think we're gonna go ahead and lower the car a little bit. I want to check the transmission fluid. You guys moving everywhere. I want to check the transmission fluid level. I didn't know the all-road has a cooler on the transmission. When I took the lines apart, it wasn't like enough fluid came out, but like I assumed that more would have came out. So I'm slightly concerned there, but not like hyperbolic. Rollin', 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 keep them puppies rollin'. Roll hard, roll boost. I need to put a boost gauge right there. Yeah, I fully understand why people go and cut cats off cars now. Like, I didn't cut the, well, technically I guess I did. I unbolted them, but here nor there. I digress. They were bad. We recycled them. But for real, yo, your boy got $800 for 4 cats. That's kind of wild to think about. I mean, they're $202 a piece. Brand new, I think they're like $300 or $400, maybe more. Actually, it's probably more than that for these ones. Like, if the ones I took were the downstream ones off of a 217. Just a general note, the upstream ones are pretty much worth the downstream ones where all the magic happens. And scrap metal, they're worth quite a bit. And the price of scrap changes non-stop, so you never know what it's gonna be worth. But in our case, quite a freaking bit. Like, let's we got to take this check to the bank before we get back to the office, so let's continue on our venture. So I went and did a thing. A while back, I made a joke on my Instagram story about buying all the Audi B5 Hot Wheels that Walmart had. And a surprising amount of you guys all said, I would love one. And that got me thinking, well, how many Walmarts are there? How many did they produce? And did they really put them at all the stores? I don't know. But I do know that they're difficult to find. So what I did was, went back to Walmart, I bought all the rest of them that they had, which was only 4 B5s, and they had 2 RS2 Avants, which are super dope. They had one more B5, but it had a damaged package, and I wasn't about that. I'm gonna put these up on RwdyAudi.com for you guys. If you want one, I know they're difficult to find in some Walmarts. Not everyone has that ability or has one close. And with the holiday season coming up, you've got a B5 or a VAG owner that is your significant other, or it's you. Jump over to RwdyAudi.com. This is one of those moments where it's a full promo plug. But guys, if you purchase these before next Friday, I will make sure to have them in the mail, and we'll get them out to you guys ASAP. Put them in USPS, normal postal mail, and you should have them within 2 to 3 days. We'll do like flat rate shipping on them or something. Get them there really quick. Guarantee them before Christmas. So for now, we got to get oil and wiper blades for this thing that we call a German ship box all-road. Well, for this thing we call an all-road. Anyway, let's run in AutoZone real quick. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Got a couple things that I want to take care of here just for like aesthetics. Random side note. Does anyone else save the tags off boxes? Like, or am I just one of those weirdos out there who hoards a little bit of everything because it's simpler sometimes to just check your own, you know, database than it is to call somebody and be like, oh, I need this, when I can just grab this piece of paper that I have notes on and be like, oh, boom, this is the one I needed. This works. This exact part number works. I don't know. Yeah. Dorman part numbers for the control arms from yesterday. You'd be surprised, but there were several different options available, and because I know these ones work, 100%. We're gonna put them in the storage. We're gonna put them down here with all the glasses and all the random notes that we have of everything. Combination of all those notes. And we'll store it away in the long-term memory for one day when we need it because we forgot it and we didn't know it and no one else knows it because they forgot how to use the computer. Oh, hook it to the left, you think? Why are you off?
Because stuff was silly.
That wraps around there, that goes down to there.
Oh, for the pedal?
Yeah, but I don't know where it is.
But it still has the same, it serves the same function. So if it slides to the left when straight, that means when you turn it slightly to the left, it goes to the right.
Insert the Illuminati overlay.
The numbers,
Yeah, right here while he's doing math. All right.
No, it doesn't matter how many times I do it, I always have to think about it way more than I wish I had to.
Tonight, today's vlog is gonna be a little short, but that's not, we gotta still build our 1-2 shift collar that we're taking with us because we're gonna be talking to Graph Transmission. And then we also need to gather our print so that we can talk to the CNC guys. Oh, I talked to Shapiro today also. I can pick up material on the way out of town. So, what else do we, we gotta pack our tools. We gotta get the shop clean, put our tools away so we can pack tools, take tools with us. Juan's finishing the alignment. There's some of this I won't bore you with. So let's get the transmission bit assembled. That's probably the best thing, because I need to cut this short so I can edit it tonight so that I can put it out pre-ready to go for tomorrow. Tomorrow's vlog will be tonight. It will be in tune, in schedule. However, Fridays will be live from South Dakota. We're going back to the future, and I'll probably record its intro today because then I can finish editing it tonight. But we'll be going back to the past. Technically, it's back to the past. Like that's the problem with the movie Back to the Future's title, seriously. Is that it, but it was it Back to the Future like in the literal terms, like they're going backwards, but when they are backwards, it's the future. Because
he went back in time the first time, and then
he's got to go back to the future.
Back to the future, yes.
Which is technically his present.
He had to get
the
future, which was his present. So technically, it could have been back to the present, but then you're talking about relativity here.
That's what I'm getting at.
And since
the whole movie's title is screwed.
And he was trying to get back to his present. He was trying to get back to the future.
It's so screwed. Oh, another thing that's screwed up in 1990. I think it was 91 when Back to the Future 2 came out, right? Was that, I think, something like that. Somebody Google it, get it in the comment section below and let me know. But Back to the Future 2, remember the hoverboard? Yeah. Yeah, it took almost 30 years for us to get hoverboards IRL.
Technically, they still don't super hover, per se.
No, they have to use like some...
Have the packaging figured out, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, they have those super cool magnet things that they do it with, but it only lasts for a little bit. I think it was Sony or somebody. Yeah, some company did it, and it was cool, very cool. I'll cut a video in here of the modern day hovercraft that only lasts. I mean, dude, it literally, the thing lasts it's the only thing that I know that's electric that is fun that lasts less time than a Tesla battery.
I think it's because it relies on superconductors, and superconductors. It's not. This is the wrong phrase for it.
It is a superconductor. You're right.
But they have a really aggressive half-life. Like they burn out real quick. Yeah. And it's because they. Oh yeah. It's really because they only work when they've been cooled below a certain temperature. And so as they warm up, they stop working. That's what it was.
You know, Cadillac used magnets in their suspension called Magnetoride.
Yeah. Yeah, and they use a ferro something or
They
other.
copied it from Ferrari.
No, Ferrari licensed it from GM.
What?
GM product that Ferrari.
Learn something new every day. I got my facts wrong.
Yep.
This upload's getting demonetized because the fact checkers or Facebook don't like me no more.
Exactly. This may contain incorrect or misleading information that is defamative.
Defamation?
Yeah, it contains defamations of character.
We're deforming the character of physics here with my logic.
With libel.
Oh well, here we go. Einstein's gonna come out of his grave and like smite me for saying something wrong. Anyway, let's get this transmission built, shall we? So Many moons ago, I had a transmission micro polished. The entire gear set, everything about it. The collars, the shift collars, gear set, literally all of it. It's all like, now this is not chrome. This is actually micro polished. This is done. I had all this done by a company called Precision Finishing. Like, these guys are freaking legit. So what they do here is they go in with basically a giant tumble machine and they tumble everything inside of the transmission, basically like a rock tumbler does. What happens is this stuff gets polished down to the millionth of an inch. So every time a gear touches itself and rolls over it, at the microscopic level, you have these little tiny welds, microscopic welds that basically happen on the surfaces of the gear sets when they mesh together. Well, when that happens, what happens is you get these high and low and pits on the gears, ultimately causing friction, and that's what breaks things down. And that's where all the metal and stuff inside of your oil, when you drain your gear oil out, comes from. It's those high and lows and those pits. Now, granted, some of this is also synchronizers, just general, quote unquote, general wear, but that wear can be reduced dramatically by treatments like micro polishing. There's some other treatments out there. They call it, I think it's like WCP treatment, or WPC, I think is what it's called. Yeah, where they basically shot peen metals. You can get things like cryogenic treating, where that's making the metal harder, but that's like at a surface tension. Polishing affects the slipperiness, whereas WPC also makes everything slick by using, if you could think of a golf ball, that
makes things slick.
When she's turned into worms.
Probably already as it stands.
You think she's a slimy vat of goo in there?
Not like a vat of goo, but she's definitely kind of like at least the consistency of like hamburger.
Ew.
Like, you know how like hamburger is a solid mass until you poke it and then it goes,
yeah, that's
like,
disgusting.
Spread it apart with your fingers. That's what you could like do to like her face.
Ew.
Yeah, like, go straight to
get
the
out of
skull.
here. That's so
You locked
disgusting.
me out of my toolbox. Got like your silver and gold going on here. Next you're gonna tell me there's like some diamond teeth somewhere.
Yo, in the synchronizers.
Yeah, diamond
synchronizers. Yeah, that's where we got
Hey,
it.
it's all carbon, baby.
No, you want better than carbon? You go diamond.
I actually think that might work if you did like the same way that they do like carbide tipped stuff.
Oh, I bet you it'd work great.
Yeah, I bet you it would actually work great. It's
You
not
know what?
cost effective.
We're gonna talk to Graf about it. Be like, yo, can we have diamond tip carbon synchros?
Hold on, I'm gonna give Lycan a call and be like, hey, you put diamond in the headlights. What if I told you could put diamonds in the transmission?
Yo, they would be about it.
They would be hella about it.
Some Dubai guy would be like, yo, wait, there's our
inspection windows in the transmission.
You'd have a reason to have a clear bell housing.
That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, that's it. All right, we're digressing. Let's get this done. I forgot where I was. Juan and I were chatting, and then the battery died on us. Essentially, at PRI, I'm taking this with me because we're gonna chat with some people about fluid types, different fluids. Because once you start modifying the transmission, things operate and they work quite a bit differently inside of it. So we're gonna assemble this, take it with us, talk to the guys over at Graft also. There's a lot of different questions that I have, things that I know I need and my customers need, and supply chains are there. And I've said this in other videos where competition drives market. So if I can offer products to the market that I've tested, that I personally abuse, I mean, I'm going to be abusing stuff. It's an inevitable factor here. You know, it's things that need to be addressed. And I'd like to start, we're starting to address them now. And that's what this year's PRI trip is all about. This entire focus is about building brand, building relationships, and trying to bring more products, more availability to the community, to you guys, to the best of my ability. And that's all I can do. Anyway, let's get this thing assembled. I gotta get some synchronizers for this, which should be here someplace. All the files. I don't know if any of you guys ever noticed this, but cell phones these days, apps specifically, Instagram, double and triplicate copies of videos whenever you make a story post. So it'll fill a phone up really, really quickly. Like I have something like 68.
Which I think
Little double-sided tape action to fix that little mess up that we had. I don't know. These things just love to give out, I swear. But I actually one time I swapped a set of these onto a Honda Civic because the holes were already there. And I was like, well, it works, it fits. Let's see if it ships. There it is. There's a little pin on the side of it. There we go. Perfect. Like it was never broken. So we got some of our stuff all packed up in here. We got oil, we got wipers, we got gaskets. I have a spare oil pan around here someplace. I need to find it also. That's gonna come with me. We got the valve cover gaskets. Lo and behold, we gotta take the intake off for whatever reason. We got one of those. Another valve cover, 2 extra O2s, which, funny story. The car threw a check engine light after I got home later, and it's got a cylinder 4, cylinder 6, and a bad O2 sensor. So we're gonna go ahead and replace bank 1 upstream O2 before we go, because we've got 2 brand new ones straight out of the box, Bosch box right over here. That yeah, we can throw those in, not have to worry about that. And the fuel economy, we've got some new cam sensors. We got just the raw pump. It's an extra Deutsch 044. We got 1 set of brake pads, a VSS sensor, set of spark plugs, the VCDS cables, and we got an extra quarter gear oil. So I think less of tools. We've got pretty much everything from here that we need. We'll probably grab a couple. Oh, we need an air pump. Did you leave the pump? Oh, yes, he did. Look at him go. Perfect. We got our air pump. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a floor jack. I think, make sure this car's got a spare. I've never looked to see if this thing's got a spare. Does it got a spare? No. Okay. You got a floor jack? No. All right. Well, I lied. I do not have a floor jack in any of the cars. So, I don't know. I really don't want to take a full-size floor jack. Like, that seems almost a bit extreme, but necessary all at the same time. I'm looking at the back of the car and kind of debating on what I want to do. I think I'm going to say screw it. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of the moving blankets down in the back so I don't get this beautiful, pretty carpet dirty. And for shits and grins, we're going to throw one of those in there so we have a spare and just call it donezo. It's the simplest thing. I don't think I'm going to need it. I think I'm okay. But in the event that I do, at least I'll have one, and that's half the battle here. Like, anytime you're taking a road trip and you don't know the vehicle, you're really unsure of what could happen, use the Boy Scout method. Just go prepared. Try to cover your bases as best you can, you know. Make sure your car's got oil, make sure you got a spare, make sure you got a way to use the spare. Make sure you got a gas can if you need it. You know what? We'll take a gas can. I highly doubt we'll need one, but you know what? For, you know, the sake of arguments, we'll put the gas can in there. Like, I've never taken this car on any sort of trip. The longest I've taken it was like a 30-minute drive, and I had friends around me in response. So we're gonna go full solo here, and it's me against the highway, me and the all-road against one car cruise. So guys, I think, honestly, I'm gonna close it off for here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You get the idea. We're packing up, we're doing the thing. I'll see you live from Indy, and technically, I think it's gonna be like, because you'll see this tomorrow, so that'll be Thursday. South Dakota will be Friday. If you don't see anything Sunday, I'm sorry. It's literally because, you know, not that I dropped the ball, I got busy. PRI is one of those times where it's, a lot of things are gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of moving pieces of the puzzle, and it's just gonna be go, 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 go. So I'll do as much best I can to keep the shorts coming, the stories coming. You guys will be able to see all the content there live, straight off, hot off the press, per se. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and peace. I'm Audi. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Handle. Haha! It's almost like they thought about us. All right, take a second. That. Got that. All right.